morning, everyone. I'm very happy today. I talked to a couple of people. Let's start today's program. We're going to meditate few minutes. After that, we're going to, the Venerable Pannaloka is going to give a Dhamma talk. After that, we're going to chant some Pali chanting and page 8, Mahaprajna Paramita Sutra, and page 10. So you can join when you're home also. Again, I'm very happy to see everybody, talk to some people, and we pick next month all the speakers per Saturday, per Sunday of the next month. Reverend Kusal is going to talk. Second one is Nepal's master, his ex-monks. His name is Sai Mahajan. He's going to talk next second Sunday of the next month. Third Sunday, Subodha is going to give a Dhamma talk. Last one, Kashanti is going to give a Dhamma talk. So let's do some kind of meditation a little bit. And after that, we will listen to Dhamma talk. Om Mani Today our speaker, Venerable Pannaloka, is not here with us. He say he's more comfortable to talk in his room. Anyway, we are happy to listen to his Dhamma talk. Before that, I want to mention one more things. If somebody want to donate anything for the temple, you can do through our web page. There are program you can donate something if you want. Any donation we accept. So thank you again for everybody who is coming to the service through the Zoom. And thank you, Mr. Nam. Thank you, Mr. Everybody, Ashan, and all the other monks here. Pannaloka, you can hear everything? Are you ready?
Yeah, Bante, I'm ready. Can you hear me? Perfect. I'm
yes,
really
you can start.
I hope you all can hear me. So many blessings to everyone. I'm really honored to have this Dhamma discussion with you. So much gratitude and much peace to you, first of all. So I take this time to convey a great message in the Buddha's teaching, and also as human beings, great human beings, like what we can practice during our life. Towards the end of the Dhamma sharing, I will give you some time to ask if you have any questions. So feel free to ask any questions if you have. Today, my topic is prayer and blessing. What is a prayer? Before I go to this topic, prayer and blessing, I would like to remind something about the beginning of this year, the beginning of every new year. I think we started this new year 2020 with prayers, with blessing, and some of our congregation members, they came to our IBMC, and they also had the blessings and prayers. It's all to have a wonderful and a great new year. But after a few months, I think when it was during mid-February or mid-March, we had this pandemic, COVID. Now everyone is imprisoned in our house, in our homes, in our places. So we have no freedom like the way we had earlier. So when I was thinking about this pandemic and the uncertainty prevailing everywhere around our lives, I thought like I should speak about this topic, especially the topic prayer and blessing, because IBMC continued our Sunday service every Sunday with a prayer and with a blessing, with chanting. And even though you were not here, we continue to bless every one of your family members, including you. But we did not get the chance to come to IBMC. That's fine, because we have to respect the health matters. Whatever it is, I think we are living amidst a lot of uncertainty in our lives. So when it was time for me to give this Dhamma talk, I thought like, of course, I should talk about the prayer and blessing and chanting, because in every Sunday service, we use the chanting and we bless everyone. Even though I think, I wonder whether some of the speakers here in IBMC have talked about this topic, prayer and blessing. Let me share you a very interesting story that I experienced at the very beginning of this new year. Resident monks at IBMC and everyone was getting ready to celebrate the new year 2020. and we celebrated the new year. We meditated a couple of hours, and then we passed the blessings for our congregation members and those who were participating at that moment. So we blessed everyone. When I soon after when I came to my room, it was around 12:30 midnight, early in the morning, like 12:30 or 1 o'clock. So I was thinking about this new year. I was having wonderful thoughts. But at the very beginning of New Year, the following day, the 1st of January, a young guy came to me and he met me in IBMC. Once he approached me and he asked me a question like, he asked me a lot of questions. He said that he was worrying about his, previous year to be a sad one, a suffering, because he assumed that it is because of a blessing thread that we had given to him from the IBMC had brought a lot of misfortune and hard luck in his previous year. This was terrible. This was horrific because I was thinking about how can a blessing thread bring a misfortune, hard luck, in a person's life. So he asked me the question like, can I throw this away or can I give this to you? So my direct answer was, if you feel like a lot of discomfort because of this blessing thread that we gave to you, please throw it to a trash bin. And Buddha will not worry about what you are doing. And Buddha will not get angry with you because you are going to trash the blessing thread into the trash can. This was my answer. And by that time, I thought like one day when the Venerable Shanti asked me to give a Dhamma talk here in IBMC, I will definitely use this as a topic to give a Dhamma talk. And also I have some other experiences that I had to face recently. So I'm going to share all these experiences with you. This is that was the story. Anyway, a true blessing in any religion does not harm a human being's life. That is my understanding, because I have been studying Buddhism and I have also been studying interfaith religions for almost 30 years in my life. But I have never ever find in the Buddha's teaching like once we are doing a blessing, to use it as a way of harming another person, to bring a lot of misfortune in another person's life. No, a true blessing comes from the very bottom of a beautiful soul. A true blessing cannot create misfortune or hard luck in our lives. This is my assumption. This is my understanding. And in any religion, whether it is Christianity, whether it is Catholicism, Islam, or Hinduism, or Buddhism, or Judaism, I think the greatest teaching leads our lives to well-being, happiness, and peace. So with this intention, I would like to continue my Dhamma sharing today. So what is a prayer? Prayer is a healing, it's a blessing. It's a prayer and it's a blessing. And at the same time, I would like to tell you to share with you a prayer alone cannot purify a person. Again, a prayer alone cannot bring success in human beings' lives. We have to practice whatever the way, the spirituality in our lives. This is all about the spiritual well-being. Whatever it is, we invoke blessings from intangible objects like, it differs, and it depends on our religious assumptions and religious affiliations. So I think the English word prayer comes from the Latin root meaning to entreat. So it could be the meaning like a plea, an expression of thanks, a moment of introspection, in short, in brief, a kind of, a powerful blessing, a powerful energy. So I think we can use prayer and blessing in many ways. Like, sometimes it could be a silence one, and also it could be a word or an action. In every ancient contemplative tradition has some sort of prayers, whether it is Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, or whatever it is. And I think these prayers and blessings, it has healed thousands of human souls in the human history. This is my personal experience. I use a silent prayer every morning before I start the day. I also use a silent prayer every night before I go to sleep. So I use this meditation, I use my meditation, I use this blessing, this prayer to bless everyone who I know, especially those who are going through hard luck in the present moment. I also use these silent prayers in different times. Every time when I take my car into my hand, I use a silent prayer, like, may no harm come to anyone, including small insects, while I'm driving. May my driving not be something annoying for others. Sometimes I pray for another's well-being through, words and chanting also. If I could not do a chanting or a prayer, as a way of silence prayer, sometimes I bring this prayer into my into action by being an active source of support to the relevant person, to the one who is seeking prayer from me. So this is how I understand, how I use prayer and blessing in my life. As a Buddhist monk, I have been a monastic for almost 30 years in my life. So I have prayed, especially I have prayed for Buddhists as a Buddhist monk for nearly 30 years in my life. Because when I became a Buddhist monk, I was just a young boy. I was just 10 years old. Now I'm 40 years old. So after I became a Buddhist monk, I have used this prayer and chanting for Buddhists when I was in Sri Lanka. Even when I was here, I have used this Buddhist prayer and Buddhist chanting. So many other events I have participated in to pray for others, to bless for others, especially for others' well-being. I wanted to tell you, like, I have not only prayed for Buddhists, I have prayed for Christians, I have prayed for Catholics, I have also prayed for Jews, Hindus, and Muslims. Sometimes to pray for a Christian, I have used a Christian prayer. And those who are participating in this Sunday service may get confused, or may get some problems like, how can a Buddhist monk use a Catholic prayer? It's impossible. Some of you may think like, how can a Buddhist monk use a Christian prayer? Because Buddhists don't believe in God. And even though the Buddhists believe in gods, but they don't believe in a particular God. So how can a Buddhist monk do a prayer for another person, especially for a Christian or a Catholic? My genuine feeling is, whether we belong to any sort of religious affiliation, if you are a true human being, if you have enough compassion in your heart, we can pray for everyone in this world, irrespective of their religious assumptions, religious affiliations. So even a non-religious person who might be in his last stage of his life, or else who is struggling for normalcy of health in his life, definitely will seek a healing prayer. I have personal experiences. Let me share this with you. I'm doing my PhD in the University of the West, and this program is all about chaplaincy. So as one requirement in this program, I was supposed to do a CPE unit in one of the hospitals here in California. I did it in last summer. And I learned a lot from that CPE experience. CPE means Clinical Pastoral Education. It is one part of my chaplaincy program. I'm really, really thankful to my program, and I feel honored being in America, because for the first time, I had a wonderful chance. I had a wonderful time to talk to many people who belongs to different, religious affiliations. And when I was in the hospital, I visit the floors. Sometimes when I visit the floors, I meet Christians, Catholics, Muslims, Hindus, and only very few Buddhists. Now, as a chaplain, I used Christian prayers, Catholic prayers, sometimes, prayers for a Jew also. So I learned a lot from this, because when I was in the hospital, I stopped by the patient's room and I asked him some couple of questions like, how may I offer my spiritual service to you? How can I support you to feel great in the hospital, like, spiritually? And in many instances, I have gained a lot of positive thoughts, positive comments from the patients, and they were waiting for me, because I know that they will be healed after going through the process in the hospital, like, with the doctors, nurses, and the healthcare team. Since I was also working with this healthcare team, I blessed them, I prayed for them. It was wonderful. There are a lot of, for a week, I was supposed to see 40 patients. I should do 40 patient visits a week. You just imagine for 1 month how the amount would be. Anyway, one day when I was going to see a patient in one of the rooms, he was paralyzed, and he had a stroke, and one part of his body was totally lifeless, and he was paralyzed. And on my first visit, I asked him the question like, how can I help you spiritually? Because I'm a chaplain and we are here to support you spiritually, and we need you to feel a lot of comfort in the hospital. Like this, when I asked when I introduced myself and asked these questions, like, he was indifferent to me. He ignored me and he said that, I'm fine. I don't feel like I should have a discussion with you, and I feel like I'm great. All right, thank you so much. And I will definitely visit you at another time like this. I talked to him and I left the place. After 2 or 3 days, I visited the same patient. This time, when I asked the same question like, how can I help you? He did not allow me to leave the room. Doctors were coming into the room, nurses were coming into the room, and the other, the members of the healthcare team, they were also coming into the room. But he asked me to stay with him, and he asked me to pray for him. I told him I'm a Buddhist. He was a non-religious person. He was a non-religious person. And he said that, now I'm a baby. I'm just 60 years old. I'm a well-built person. Now I'm again, even though I'm 60 years old, I'm again a baby. What is this uncertainty in my life? Could you please pray for me? It doesn't matter whether you are a Buddhist, please pray for my health. Then you know what I did? I asked him in what way I should pray for him. He said that whatever the way you use a general blessing, general prayer, please use it for my health. I did it. He was crying a lot. And after my praying, I asked him whether he feels some sort of, whether he's relieved, he feels some sort of comfort. He said that yes. And this was a great, experience for me. Like this, if I'm going to share with you, in the hospital, I have prayed Catholics, Christians, Muslims a lot. Sometimes I use a Buddhist prayer. Sometimes I use a Christian prayer and a Catholic prayer. Even so when we come to the Buddhism, we monastic, we use chanting as a prayer to heal others. Even the Buddha and Arahants who gained the perfect wisdom have prayed for each other. Wonderful, wonderful. They don't worry about the things in this world, but they are human beings. anything can happen in the next moment. Uncertainty is prevailing everywhere. So even the Buddhas and the Arahants, those who attain the perfect wisdom, they also, went through a lot of illnesses and discomfort. So once the Buddha was having an illness, and he asked an Arahant, he was an Arahant, his name was Venerable Chunda. And you can find this, if you are interested in, you can find this in the Google. You can Google search this. And then Venerable Chunda, he used 7 enlightening factors as a way of chanting to the Buddha. And after the chanting, Buddha said that Buddha says like this: "Thus said the Venerable Chunda, and the master proved it. Then the Blessed One recovered from his affliction, and thus disappeared his affliction." So I think if you are a true human being, we shouldn't be worried about our religious affiliations. Maybe you are believing in God. Maybe you are believing in some other religious, person, religious leader. Whatever it is, use a prayer, use chanting in your life. We Buddhist monks in IBMC, we pray for you, we chant for you. It doesn't matter whether it is in another language. Sometimes these prayers are in Pali language. Sometimes these prayers are in Vietnamese language. Sometimes you can hear these prayers in English. I love interfaith prayers and interfaith blessings. When a person who belongs, maybe if a person is a Catholic or a Christian, I don't mind the prayers or the blessings from him. When he says like, "God bless you," I feel it a lot. It's a lot to me. And it's so powerful and it's healing. And with this, I think it's time for me to conclude my Dhamma sharing today, because we have to respect the time here in the Zoom. I think Buddha and the Arahants in Buddhism, we Theravada tradition, we believe like this, and they prayed for each other. They blessed for each other, being Arahants, being the Buddha, being the perfect enlightened people. And we as normal human beings, we should also practice prayer and blessing in our lives. And this is the meaning of prayer and blessing. And finally, I would like to tell you, like, does a prayer have a positive energy? Of course it has. But only a prayer cannot bring success in our life. We have to practice the true path. In every religion, especially in Buddhism, there is something called the true path for the cessation of suffering. So we should be able to practice this true path. And every time you contemplate the great qualities of the Buddha's teaching, the great qualities of the Buddha, and you can bless anyone, any person in your life. Sometimes I recall the great qualities of my mother, and sometimes I recall the great qualities of every mom in this universe. And I use that positive energy to heal another person. So this is all what I have got to say. But before I come to an end of my Dhamma sharing today, I would like to use another prayer, a blessing for our congregation members, for everyone in the universe. May peace harmonious bless this land. May it be ever free from maladies and woe. May there be harvest rich and increased yield of grain. May everyone delight in righteousness. May no perverted thought find entry to your minds. May all your thoughts ever pious be and lead to your success spiritually. May all beings in all directions around the world have good hearts. Let them be happy. Let them have good fortune. Let them be kind. Let them have good and caring friends. May all beings everywhere be filled with the feeling of loving friendliness, abundant and exalted and measureless. May they be free from enmity. May they be free from affliction and anxiety. May they live happily. May all beings be released from suffering and attain peace. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Thank you so much. And that is the end of my Dhamma sharing. If you have got any questions and comments, please feel free to share it with me and with the congregation members. Thank you.
Now, or any comment?
Oh, thank you for your beautiful talk. Thank you so much. It's good to see you.
Thank you so much, Venerable Shraddha, and you are always encouraging me, and it's a blessing, and it's a prayer. I know that since the time I arrived here in IBMC in 2016, every time I give a Dhamma talk here, you encourage me.
Well,
And
good. Thank you.
yes, it's a blessing for me. It's a blessing. Irrespective of my English, understanding my English, usage, sometimes I don't know whether I speak good English. I'm so sorry if I if I dishearten you, but I know that every time Venerable Shraddha and Venerable Kashanti, you have encouraged me a lot, and it's a blessing in my life, and it's a prayer for my life. Thank you. It's an active blessing.
Thank you.
Anyone? Any comments? Any questions? Okay, go ahead, Russell.
Thank you, Venerable Pannaloka. It's a very inspiring and very practical, especially since many of us have friends who might not be Buddhists, and then they, people put everybody in a box. Oh, you're Catholic, you're Muslim, you're Buddhist, you're Christian. Maybe we can't communicate or, get along or even have good intentions toward one another. So I think this is a very wise and practical talk. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for your inspiration, Russell. You are also one of the greatest precious friends, Kalyana Mitras I have met in my life. And you have also encouraged me a lot like this. If I'm going to say like some of our congregation members, they are really, really beautiful souls I have met here in IBMC. And if I'm going to stay in this country furthermore, I want to visit mosques. I want to visit churches. I want to visit Christian Catholic churches, synagogues, because to learn a lot. I know that if I'm going to stay inside the IBMC, I will be confined to my assumptions, my teaching, and my my understanding. But if I allow myself to be exposed to the others, I have a lot of experiences. I have met a lot of beautiful souls, and they are Christians, they are Catholics, they are Jews, they are Muslims. But I love their heart. I love their genuine feelings. That's why I thought of sharing this Dhamma sharing today. Even towards the end of this Dhamma sharing Sunday service, we are gonna chant for everyone, especially for our congregation members and your family members also. Yes, thank you so much, Russell. All right, it seems like no one has any comments, no questions. Wonderful, thank you so much. Much peace and much gratitude to you. Thank you.
We all just feel good, so thank you.
All right, thank you, Venerable Pannaloka. Thank you for everybody. We go to blessing again for everybody. We're going to chant some Pali chanting. Then after that, page 8 and page 10. Namo tassa
Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava araham samma sambuddho vijjacharana sampanno sugato anuttaro purisa dhamma sarathi sattha deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sandithiko akaliko Opanayiko pacchatang veditabbo vinyohiti Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samicipatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidam chattari purisayagani atta purisa Puggala esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakineyo anjali karaneyo punya ketang lokasati Tena sacha vajjena tite hotu sabbada etena sacha vajjena sotite hotu sabbada etena sacha vajjena sotite hotu sabbada Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devatam sabba buddha nubhavena sada sati bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam Devata sabba dhamma nubhavena sada sati bhavantu te sabba mangalam rakhantum sabba sangha nubhavena sada sati bhavantu te.
Now we're going to start page 8. Mahaprajna Paramita Hat Sutra
Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva when practicing deeply the Prajna Paramita that all 5 skandhas are empty and pass beyond all suffering. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Emptiness is form, sensation, perception, volition, and consciousness are also like this. Shariputra, dharmas are marked with emptiness, not born and not dying, not stand and not pure, being and not losing. Therefore, within emptiness there is no form, no sensation, perception, volition, or consciousness. I hear no strong body, no form, sound, smell, taste, touch, or dharmas, no realm of sight till we come to no realm of consciousness. ignorance and no ending of ignorance till we come to know all age, and no ending of all age and death. No suffering, origination, extinction, or path, wisdom, and no attainment with nothing to attain. Because the Bodhisattva follows Prajna Paramita, the mind has no hindrance. There is no fear, and far from all fantasy, there is dwelling in Nirvana. Because all the three times follow Prajna Paramita, they gain complete, perfect enlightenment. Therefore, know that the Prajna Paramita is the great holy mantra, great bright mantra, the wisdom mantra, the unequal mantra, can destroy all suffering, real and false. So he gave the Prajna Paramita mantra which goes Gate Paragate Parasangate Bodhiswaha Degate Paragate Parasangate Bodhiswaha Degate Paragate Parasangate Bodhiswaha. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them all. Deluding passions are inexhaustible. I vow to end them all. Dharma gates are limitless. I vow to study them all. Buddha's way is supreme. I vow to attain it. Once be suffering free, and the fear-struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and the sick find help freely. Nguyện di tự công đức phổ cập nhất thiết ngã đặng dự chúng sanh giai cộng an Phật đạo. Nguyện di tự công đức phổ cập nhất thiết ngã đặng dự chúng sanh giai cộng an Phật đạo. Nguyện di tự công đức phổ cập nhất thiết ngã đặng dự chúng sanh giai cộng an Phật
Thank you again for everybody, all the members, and hope to see you next Sunday also again. Again, I have to say thanks for the Caesar, Mr. Nam, and all the monks and Venerable Pannaloka, and especially the Ashan. Without Ashan, I don't know how to do this one. So, Caesar, you have to learn how to do this program. So, Ashan cannot stay every Sunday here. So, thank you again. And by the power of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha, you all be well and happy. See you next Sunday. Still, you have 10 minutes to talk each other if you want to talk. Anything you can do it. So we are going to have a tea and cookies right now.
All right, thank you so much.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah, thank you so much, and it was an excellent talk and superb and wonderful. Much gratitude to you, Madhusank, and everyone, and especially the congregation members. And please stay healthy, much peace, and much health to you. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, Jimmy had to go tend to the baby.
Congratulations on the baby.
She wants her swing time, so she's just getting along.
Oh, God.
It's so nice to see you.
Yes, it's great to see you.
Thank you, Mary Elena. I read your chat, but in passing, all right, see everyone.
Congratulations, honey. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Everybody have a great week. Thank you.
Have a good week, all. Nice to see everyone.
Nice to see you.
Hi, everybody. Take care.
Bye.